Moving on.
Yes.
Dibs-ing a parking space can spark true road rage for some folks out there. In this viral video, it's hard to say who should hit the road and who should stay in this ultimate parking spot standoff.
Yes, I can! Move it!
Get out of the way!
Move it, lady! Yes! You're gonna run me over! Fine, I'm calling the police right now. You're running me over!
Show of hands, how many of you think the woman in the car should have had that parking spot? In the car driving. Now, how many of you think the woman on foot should have that space?
No.
I tell you, if she were in Chicago, she would have been in the hospital that evening. So they would have ran her over.
I think women are more territorial over these parking spaces than men, just because I think you're out shopping more. You're out.
Well, what? There he goes.
Rewind.
Well, no, but you have more errands to do.
Rewind.
Well, maybe you don't have errands. Picking the kids up.
While you're working, we're running errands.
No, we're shopping. We're shopping.
I spent all day running errands, Drew.
Yeah, I was in the office 15 hours yesterday. I was in one parking space the entire day.
Really?
Yes.
I find that so interesting, Drew, because you know what I was doing in between pap smears and, you know, my taking care of my kids and seeing patients, and I squeezed in a little surgery myself because, you know, I do surgery too. Okay? And in between that and my shopping and my getting my manicure, I had a busy day.
Let's just pretend those could have been two men, one woman. You know, over 7 years, 200 people have been murdered because of road rage.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
you know, these can lead to the ultimate terrible outcome. So, in these scenarios, though, do you guys have strong feelings on who got the spot? I do.
Yeah, I think the person in the car who is taking up a space deserves the spot, definitely. But I mean, you have to worry about the psyche of a woman who decides to try to push a Range Rover.
Being sexist again.
A Range Rover.
Said it. Beat her up now.
She's trying to push a Range Rover out of her parking space that she's saving for her friend, or I mean, like this is beyond me. When
Have you ever tried to save a spot?
Not with my body.
I've done it.
So
I've kicked my wife out of the car. Get out, save that spot. He's like,
It's a parking spot. It's
my
not
poor little wife sitting there. Everybody's like,
Were you running errands?
Yeah, I think that's what he was doing. He was running errands.
well, you know, it's a little bit of a gray zone. Like, what is not right now? It's just like
not gray.
politically correct. There's no laws.
I think there actually is a
cars.
in this particular case, the woman standing in the spot was, if she had continued to stay in that spot, was, I believe, breaking the law in that municipality. So there are.
So tell my mom she was
You're not allowed to. That was on the road. You're not allowed to just stand on the road. Be like, hey, this is my space. You know, so
if she had ran her over, I wonder if they would have charged her with something, like the person who ran her over.
What's next?
What did happen after that? We don't know.
What about in the state of Colorado?
You don't run people over a parking space.
People.
You never know. Of course.
Well,
200 murders, Drew, in
she
this
would have
study.
lost that battle.
Well, even though I think the woman standing was completely in the wrong, I know what it feels like to be out-muscled by a car that weighs thousands of pounds and you're just on your little bike. And you're like, hey, you can't do that. And you've got your little spandex on and bike out. That's wrong. You know, it's kind of tough. I think it's why when I'm at home I have a big pickup truck. Because it's like,
see, nobody's going to
really
get your way. I like that idea.
Well, again, I think the takeaway here has to be, number one, if there's a right or wrong, in this scenario, I think we all agree, right? Like, just the woman should just walk away, not get killed, not worth it. It's not, a parking spot is not worth losing your life.
No.